Stop! You cannot eat while watching this video. This is 10 disturbing movie moments that'll make you throw up mouth spaghetti. After you see this censored video, click the link in the description to watch the uncensored disturbing scene boss rush. Only Elden Lords can watch each uncensored scene back to back like an old dark web internet montage. Anyway, let's get started with number 10, Hostel, Eyeball. Just to get started, let's do Hostel. Listen, I like Hostel a lot. It's easy mode, I get it, but come on. It's about two American tourists who find themselves in a torture ring. Main character, Paxton, one of the greatest disturbing movie characters of all time, ends up escaping from the torture compound, only to go back in to save a Japanese tourist who is getting tortured by this well-off gentleman. And Paxton kills the guy, but has to cut her dangling eyeball down, and then nasty eye juice squirts out. I first saw this scene when I was like in elementary school. I didn't forget it. Made me realize that there are some really crazy movies out there, and the rest is history. They are so wrong for what they did to Paxton in Hostel Part 2 though. Number 9, Necromantic. I've talked about necromantic before. A necrophile couple end up molesting a decomposing corpse, using it in their threesome that will leave your lungs heaving. It's not that bad, but it's really gross to see two people wrangle around with a corpse that is destroying the aura of the entire apartment building. Watching that dirty scene is something I don't look back on fondly. Even afterwards, they have the corpse dangling in the hallway as they eat food. I got a question. Do you guys know of any necrophiles who return to corpses at this stage of decomposition? I heard Ted Bundy might be one of them. Number 8, Guinea Pig Mermaid. So after Guinea Pig 1 and 2, Guinea Pig was just being weird, and I was all for it. Seeing women get tortured all the time, that gets tired. But out of all the thingamabobs in this entire world, this will surely horrify you today. In Guinea Pig, Mermaid in a Manhole, a widower finds a mermaid in a manhole. Only problem is that she has what's that word again? Right, an infection. She's got boils and growths all over, worms and vomits galore. There are scenes where the boils grow and leak white fluids and pop, and worms exit every orifice. It's definitely tough for me to recount. All the widower does is just sit there painting her. Eventually, she does pass away from whatever's infecting her, but keep that shit away from me. This was probably my harshest guinea pig moment after Guinea Pig 2. Tumbling Doll of Flesh ending. Tumbling Doll of Flesh is one of the ultimate Japanese classics. It's like a homemade guinea pig too. Two adult video directors torture the actress. Well, the interesting thing is that they also influenced the male actor to join in. And one scene involves the guy penetrating one of her many lacerations. My head will refuse to wrap itself around such a terrible and evil act. I hate anything involving laceration penetration. And that was my personal harshest part of the movie, enough to make me nauseous. Other than that, it's not too bad nowadays. Number 6, Pink Flamingos, Lunchtime. Pink Flamingos actually is a vibe. Very funny movie, although a scene where two characters mess around with a chicken in between them is not my favorite. But the main character, Divine, is the filthiest person in the world. That's a compliment for her. At the end of the movie, Divine picks up some dog feces and puts them in her mouth. Real talk. She actually chewed up dog shit on camera. And she didn't swallow none, but still put it smack dab on her tongue. That's a week of brushing your whole mouth non-stop. This film really pushed boundaries, and I think it's awesome that this movie was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. Number 5, Cutting Moments. Now, I don't want to show the gross scene from this movie in this particular video, but the movie is easy to find. Cutting Moments will always be one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It's still personally the most disturbing short film I've seen. This guy has been ignoring his wife, and to get his attention, she dresses up and everything, but he still acts like she doesn't exist. Well, it all breaks inside, and she mutilates her face in ways that'll keep me up at night, scrubbing her mouth and then cutting off them lips. Finally, she gets the attention she wanted, but they both know it's all over and end their lives by having destructive, gory coitus. A scene the police soon fine. This was the third disturbing movie I ever watched for the channel, and when I first saw the scene, it left me bewildered, nauseous, and excited to see more crazy movies out there. Number 4, Antichrist genitals. Antichrist at the end is making sure that whatever you got in your pants, you will feel true pain. Antichrist is about a husband and wife grieving after the death of their child. They take a trip to some familiar forest area to work through their issues. Well, the wife is nuts and ties up the husband and crushes his genitals in the middle of sex. I think I'm starting to feel sick right now. She also continues to jack the worm and blood goes everywhere. After doing all of that, the wife then cuts her bean off. Honestly, that was worse than the crushing. I'm not gonna lie, that's one thing that kinda scares me. What if my significant other loses their mind and tries to kill me? Maybe I should lay off the true crime cases. Number 3, slaughtered vomit dolls, the whole movie. I don't want to watch this again. I just didn't like it, and let's not bring up the director. But Slaughtered Vomit Dolls is all about some ladies descending to hell. Lots of gross vomit and everything. I could live with never watching it again, and not because it's gross, but because it's just not good. There is one particular scene where a guy is vomiting into a cup, drinking it back up and throwing it all out back into the cup. It was definitely a moment that made me want to click off the tab and watch some Spider-Man or something. Really, this whole movie could be on the list, but that scene in particular was illegal. Number 2, a Serbian film, Baby Scene. Again, this whole movie could be on the list, but this scene in particular makes you want to leave this mortal coil. A Serbian film is all about a retired adult video actor who starts work again, but finds himself working for the most deplorable people on the planet. The lead director shows him a tape of a woman giving birth, and then a random man comes out and SAs the newborn baby. The sounds, the baby crying, it is something that you just can't watch. You gotta prepare. You have to power up to Kaioken times 40, Ultimate, Super Saiyan, 6 Paths, Gear 5th, Mangekyo's Sharingan, and all of that. After watching, go take a walk in a dog park and watch them play. Think about how you are gonna help the world. And that's what this scene does to ya. Number 1, August Underground 2, Family. To end this all, we talk about August Underground Mortem, a classic. Again, the whole movie could be here, but one scene in particular involves Peter, his girlfriend Krusty, and Maggot finding a family. While they are hurting everybody, Maggot is SAing the body of the daughter in the bathtub. I consider that the harshest scene in August Underground Mortem. It's like something out of a Cross volume. But good lord, what an awful escapade it was watching all that. And guys, that's about it. 10 disturbing movie scenes that'll make you throw up. Want to see all the scenes uncensored? See if you can watch this disturbing scene boss rush. Click the link in the description to catch the boss rush that spams uncensored scenes in your face. Also, that's why I used to check out The Sadness. This movie is so crazy that it's almost illegal. Well, thanks for watching. Spooky out.